Before the world knew his name, before the stages, the applause, the innovation, there was a child who was abandoned at birth. Steve Jobs was adopted by a simple family. They didn't have much money, but they gave him something priceless: freedom to think differently. From an early age, Steve felt out of place. He questioned authority. He challenged rules. He refused to accept, "This is how it's done." Teachers called him difficult. Classmates called him strange. But what they didn't understand was that Steve Jobs was already seeing a different world. Pause. As a young man, he entered college and then did something most people feared. He dropped out, not because he was lazy, not because he lacked direction, but because he refused to live a life that wasn't his. He slept on friends' floors, returned soda bottles for money, walked miles just to get one proper meal. From the outside, it looked like failure, but Steve Jobs believed something powerful. You can't connect the dots looking forward, only looking backward. Pause. In a small garage, with almost no money, Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak built a computer. No investors believed in them. No experts supported them. People laughed. Who would want a computer in their home? This is useless. This will never work. But Steve Jobs wasn't building for approval. He was building for impact. He didn't just see machines. He saw a future where technology served humans. That garage gave birth to Apple. Success came fast. Too fast. By the age of 30, Steve Jobs was a millionaire, a global icon, a symbol of innovation. The world celebrated him. But here's a truth most people never talk about. Success can be more dangerous than failure. Inside Apple, pressure grew. Disagreements turned into battles. Leadership clashed with ego. And then, the unimaginable happened. Steve Jobs was fired from Apple, the company he created, the dream he poured his soul into. Gone. Long pause. Let this sink in. Imagine it. Being rejected by your own creation. Watching others take control of your dream. Facing public humiliation. Steve Jobs later said, "It was devastating. Most people would have quit. Most people would have disappeared. But Steve Jobs didn't quit. He started again. Without applause. Without headlines. He founded a new company called Next, and quietly bought a small animation studio called Pixar. At the time, no one cared. Next struggled. Critics doubted him again. But Pixar changed storytelling forever. Movies like Toy Story proved that vision always finds its moment. Pause. Those years away from Apple changed Steve Jobs. Failure humbled him. Pain refined him. Loss matured him. He learned that leadership is not control. It's clarity. That innovation is not chaos. It's focus. That ego can destroy even the greatest vision. Years later, Apple was dying. Sales dropped. Products failed. The company was losing its identity. And the same board that once fired Steve Jobs made a desperate call. They asked him to return. Pause. When Steve Jobs came back to Apple, he didn't come back angry. He came back prepared. He cut products, simplified systems, demanded excellence. People said he was too intense, too demanding. But Steve Jobs believed one thing deeply. Great things are built by people who care deeply. Then came the revolution. The iMac, the iPod, the iPhone, the iPad. These weren't just products. They changed how humans communicate, work, and live. Steve Jobs didn't follow trends. He created them. But he was never perfect. He was difficult, emotional, demanding, yet he was honest. He believed life was too short to live someone else's dream. Near the end of his life, facing illness, Steve Jobs said words that shook the world. Remembering that you are going to die is the best way I know to avoid the trap of thinking you have something to lose. He lived every day with urgency, not fear, purpose. Slow pause. Steve Jobs didn't succeed because he was lucky. He succeeded because he never stopped believing. Even when he was fired, even when he was broke, even when the world doubted him, he trusted his vision, even when no one else did. So if you're listening to this, feeling rejected, feeling behind, feeling underestimated, remember this story. A man fired from his own dream came back to change the world. Your setback may not be the end. It may be the beginning. Final slow, powerful close. Don't quit. Don't settle. Don't silence your vision, because sometimes the world only understands you after you refuse to give up.